Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another Final Fantasy VII evercrisis video, and it's late on Thursday night here. The patch is live. We can now look at all of Sephiroth's weapons, get an idea for what this character is supposed to be, and I'm a little bit surprised. He looks like a mage. We're going to go through all of his weapons as well as check out the new banners. Let's do it. I mean, this is really the biggest thing that's coming out. There is the multi-quest that's out now for farming Ifrit. That's great, but the scoring event being delayed will give us time to build up Sephiroth. So let's look at the banners first. We get a 5-star weapon guaranteed Sephiroth banner right here. Now it's 3,000 paid crystals, so that's fine, but you are guaranteed to get one or more 5-star Sephiroth weapons. But what are those weapons? Well, let's check it out. We're going to go over here to the wish list and scroll down to Sephiroth, and this will give us our first peek at what his weapons are going to be. And like I said, I was surprised. Here, let's go ahead. Let's make it a little bit bigger for y'all. And we're going to start with the featured weapon. Now, this is the current banner weapon for Sephiroth. Edged wings. It's late. It's edged wings, not aged wings. The night times have got me a bit here. But anyway, check out the ability. Aerial Frostblade is an up to 800% magic ice damage. Magic ice damage. That's going to be a theme with our dude Sephiroth here. Magic damage and self buffs seem to be what this guy is all about. Note the R abilities here: magic attack and ice potency. This is clearly going to be one of the best weapons for the upcoming scoring event. And so if you're going for like a big top score in there, this thing looks important. That's my quick breakdown on the new banner weapon, but that shouldn't surprise anybody. That's pretty standard. Let's check out the rest of his weapons though. Next up is Nameless. This has Telluric Fury. This is a staple Sephiroth move making its way into this game. This is physical non-elemental damage to a single enemy, but the damage numbers on this aren't too high. What this mostly is a magic defense debuff. So even though this is a physical damaging ability, it debuffs magic damage. Potency's mid at max level, potency's low at early level. So not sure how impactful that's going to be, but it does make me think that these bosses we're about to fight, maybe you can magic defense debuff them, but even though it's a physical attack, it still leans more into his magic damage dealing abilities or enabling your other magic damage dealers. But overall, probably not one of his more important weapons. At least that's my take on it 3 seconds into the patch. Now, Sweeping Slash here from Glary. This is his third weapon. It's physical damage, non-elemental, all enemies. So he does right here have a physical element AoE damaging move with physical attack boost and limit break potency boost down here on the R ability. So this is a solid weapon. Nice AoE guy right here. Special materia on here. Attack boost earth. So okay, if you're doing an earth attack build, want to do physical, hey, you got a nice little earth attack boost right there. Okay, next up we've got Auronnj. This is Frenzied Stance. So here's his first self buff. I'm telling you, this self buff thing is his theme for him. Magic attack is increased, potency high at max rank. Now when you get it at first, it's potency mid, but starting at potency mid is nice. So if you could just get one 5-star copy of this, you're getting that. It's a 36-second buff, which is pretty long. Extends by 12 if you refresh it. Also, it gives him regenerate. Also, it gives him a little bit of a heal. So a very powerful self buff right here for magic damage Sephiroth. This weapon right here feels like a great secondary weapon, right? You bring your elemental magic attack weapon, bring this in your secondary slot so you can buff your magic attack and unleash a lot of damage on the enemy. That's what I feel like this weapon is meant to do. It does boost HP and boost ability potency for the R abilities. Okay, next up we've got Northern Lights. So right here, Northern Lights, 510 physical non-elemental damage to a single enemy. But that's not the big part of this. To me, the big part of this is the physical attack decrease with a high potency. So more utility in this weapon. Sephiroth is a guy who can bring a little bit of utility to your group. This looks pretty good for that debuff, right? That physical attack debuff could help you live through some very powerful physical attacks from the enemies. Magic defense and fire resist are the R abilities right there for that one. Okay, next up, we get Prototype Crimson Blade. Here's more magery from our guy, young Sephiroth. Fire Aga A++, up to a 520% magic fire damage to all enemies. The R abilities here are boost attack, which is okay, and then boost fire potency plus 36%. So a great weapon for Sephiroth if you need AoE fire attacks, or if you're looking for this boost fire potency or ability to, you know, further increase maybe some like other fire attacks you're doing either on him or another character that you have. This one looks like an important weapon for me with that fire elemental focus on it, and again further kind of enhances Sephiroth's mage ability. Next up, we've got a Thunder Magic Sword, Thundaga A, that upgrades to Thundaga A++. It's another AoE magic elemental weapon right here. Boost magic attack and also boost lightning potency. So even if you're not planning on like building magic damage lightning Sephiroth right now, having boost lightning potency on a weapon is good. He has this on the CC alloy sword right here. So there we go. That's that one. Next up, we've got the Mithril Type 0 Katana. This has Steadfast Stance Plus. Now, this is another self-buff for Sephiroth. Again, leaning into that part of his kit right here is a physical defense increase with a high potency at max rank and a mid potency at just one 5-star copy. 36 seconds long, so a nice little duration on that. Also gives him regenerate like his other self buff, and also gives him a little bit of heal like his other self buff. If you get the R abilities unlocked, you get boost HP and boost magic ability potency right there. So okay, that's some Mithril Type 0 Katana. That's what you're getting from that one. And then lastly, we have the Shinra Blade Model 1. This has Shock Blast on it, which is non-elemental magic damage, but 940%. So, more magery from young Sephiroth. Man, I don't know, guys. I thought Sephiroth was going to be mostly a physical damage dealer. He's looking like a magic damage dealer. 940% is big. It also has boost attack and boost ability potency on here. So these are your stances. That seems pretty good. I feel like the Shinra Blade Model 1 is going to be a pretty good build right here, right? If you're running a elemental weapon, but you have some adds, this could be something that hits those adds harder than the elemental weapon. If it's running your sub slot, the materials on here are magic attack boost, and water ability damage. So note that he didn't have any water type moves. You could throw a water, Wateraga, water materia on here and get that plus 30%. That could be good. If we go back and look again at this featured weapon, the materia on here has a sigil boost on it. That's another thing I want to mention. He does get access to the cross sigil boost. So this is something where I think about this upcoming trial or this upcoming score event we're going to get. I would be very surprised if we didn't need cross sigil breaking, which would make this Edged Wing, this current banner weapon, very, very useful. So there's our kind of first look at Sephiroth's weapons, and my early takeaways on this are, guys, I feel like our guy here, I feel like our boy Sephiroth is a mage. Are you surprised by that? Because I'm surprised by that. Like, in other games that I've played, like War of the Visions or Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth, big sword, big physical damage. They're taking a different route with young Sephiroth here. I'm not against that. And hey, wait, while we're looking at, let's not do our girl Lucia dirty. While we're looking at this banner, let's go ahead. Not that anybody's going to be on Bald Eagle, but if you wanted to, you could put yourself on Bald Eagle. Get Divine Burst here for Lucia if she's your main. It's physical damage, single enemy. Also, ice resist is decreased. So there's potential here for like a Sephiroth / Lucia team. Ice resist decrease, potency high. That's a big deal. Now, even at rank 1, it's potency mid. So this is a very effective ice debuff. You're like ice debuffing materia that you get from the shops is potency low. This starts at potency mid, and if you like Omega Kraken out, maybe you can get the high one. 25 seconds. It also has boost ice potency on here, so ice ability damage going up in the R ability. So I know I kind of dissed on this weapon a little bit, but if you happen to find a couple copies of this while you're pulling for Sephiroth, or if you're a Lucia player and you're like, hey, I want to make my Lucia really good for this trial or this upcoming score event thing that's coming up, maybe you grab a couple Bald Eagles right there and you are ice debuffing for the young Sephiroths who are carrying you in some fights. Or maybe Lucia is just a goddess and she carries the thing too. I don't know. But there's your breakdown of Sephiroth's new weapons, of the new banners. That's kind of my early thoughts. I was going to do polls tonight, but I think I'm just going to wait. Like, it's really late and I don't want to get all fired up and make another video, so I'll wait till tomorrow to do some more polls. Look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.